A lot of teams have standout moments that define their franchise in multiple ways. Today we're going to be looking at the Baltimore Ravens and check out the best moments from their franchise. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification to get alerts when we upload. Without further ado, let's jump to number 10. Number 10. Texas Stadium. The Ravens were led by the league's second best defense and the fourth ranked running game. These have been the two strengths of this team for as long as I can remember, and both of those elements were on display on this night. Ed Reed picked off 2 Tony Romo passes, putting the offense in great position to score on multiple occasions. The stamp on this game was 2 back-to-back long runs of 77 and 82 yards. While this game doesn't seem to mean that much, it was the last game to be ever played in the historic Texas Stadium. And plus, it's never not fun to beat the Dallas Cowboys. Number 9. Art Modell. For Cleveland fans, this move was terrible, but Ravens fans rejoiced after hearing this move was made. Browns owner Art Modell unceremoniously announced his intention to move the franchise to Baltimore during the 1995 season. Officially regarded as an expansion team by the NFL, the Baltimore Ravens began to play in 1996. The decision by Modell to move the team out of Cleveland that started the era of the Baltimore Ravens and paved the way for 2 Super Bowls and counting was remarkable. Number 8. 4th and 29. Trailing the San Diego Chargers by 3 with less than 2 minutes remaining in the game, the Ravens lined up for a 4th and 29. Everyone, even Ravens fans, thought the game was over. However, the ball was snapped, Joe Flacco drops back and exhausts all of his options. With no one able to create space deep, Flacco checks the ball down to running back Ray Rice. Rice runs upfield, makes a cut to avoid several defenders, and plunges through a couple more for a remarkable attempt to reach the first down marker. At first glance, it was hard to tell if Rice had actually converted the play into a first down. Some say, however, it was a pretty generous spot, but all that matters is what the refs saw and called. The Ravens went on to tie the game with a field goal and eventually win the game in overtime with another clutch boot. Number 7. Chris McAlister. Although the Ravens finished the 2002 season with a sub-500 record, cornerback Chris McAlister proved the Baltimore faithful with a moment that will never be forgotten. The Ravens had a comfortable 21-point lead over the Denver Broncos in the last seconds of the first half. Broncos kicker Jake Elam lined up for a 57-yard field goal attempt, but the kick goes wide left. McAlister was in the back of the end zone to field the ball in case of this particular situation. He trots the first few steps, but then Ray Lewis unleashed a crushing block on an unsuspecting Broncos player, bringing McAlister into the open field. He headed towards the sideline and turned on the Jets, ultimately high-stepping his way to pay dirt. The 108-yard return was recorded as the longest play in NFL history. Number 6. Jamal Lewis. Before facing the Cleveland Browns on September 14, 2003, running back Jamal Lewis said that if he were given the ball 30 times, he would break the single-game rushing record. Lewis was not wrong. On the back of an 82-yard run on the second play of the game, Lewis rushed for 118 yards in the first quarter alone. He would finish the day with 295 yards on 30 carries, breaking the single-game record of 278 yards held by Corey Dillon in 2000. It also could have been a lot more, had a 60-yard touchdown run in the first quarter not been called back for a holding penalty. The record would stand for 4 years until Adrian Peterson broke it by 1 yard in 2007. Lewis would finish the season with 2,066 yards, becoming just the 5th person in NFL history to rush for over 2,000 yards in a season. Number 5. Ray Lewis's last stand. On the field, Ray Lewis was undoubtedly the greatest to ever wear the purple and black. The last original Raven made his final appearance at the M&T Bank Stadium in style, recording 13 tackles against Indy in the 2012-2013 AFC wildcard game. Lewis's final play in front of home fans was not at linebacker where he won so many awards, but at fullback. Running out the clock with a comfortable lead, Harbaugh sent Lewis onto the field for one last play. Ray celebrated the win with one last dance before being mobbed by teammates in a heartfelt goodbye to the home crowd. One of the saddest moments in Ravens history, yet one of the best moments. Number 4. 2 Hall of Famers. The first ever draft the Baltimore Ravens participated in was the 1996 NFL entry draft. At the time, they had no team colors or logo, but they did have 2 first-round picks. The head of their personnel department was Hall of Fame player Ozzie Newsome, who drafted not just 1 but 2 of the cornerstones of the Ravens franchise. With the 4th overall pick, Newsome selected offensive tackle Jonathan Ogden out of UCLA. Ogden would go on to become one of the best offensive linemen in the league, earning 11 trips to the Pro Bowl, 4 first-team All-Pro selections, and in 2013 was a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Their second first-round pick came 26th overall, as he selected Ray Lewis out of Miami. A 13-time Pro Bowler, a 7-time first-team All-Pro, and 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, Lewis helped lead the Ravens to 2 Super Bowl titles and is inducted into the 2018 Hall of Fame class. That 1996 draft on the night of April 20th set the Baltimore Ravens up for more than a decade of success. Newsome would then become the first African American to occupy the general manager position in the NFL in 2002. Number 3. Mile High Miracle. Trailing the Denver Broncos by 7 points in the fourth quarter with 40 seconds to play in the 2012 AFC NFC divisional round, Joe Flacco connected with Jacoby Jones down the sideline on a 70-yard touchdown pass. The play was known as the Mile High Miracle. The Ravens would go on to win the game in double overtime thanks to a Justin Tucker field goal. A few weeks later, the Ravens beat the 49ers to claim their second Super Bowl victory, something that wouldn't have happened without Flacco to Jones. Number 2. Super Bowl 47. Over a decade after winning their first Super Bowl, Baltimore ended another franchise's undefeated streak in the big game, defeating San Francisco 34-31 in Super Bowl 47. After a power blackout suspended play and heightened the drama, the 49ers closed down the Ravens' 22-point lead to just 5 late in the fourth. But thanks to a 22-for-33, 287-yard, 3-touchdown performance from game MVP Joe Flacco and an intelligent, intentional safety at the end of the game, the Ravens persevered for their second title. Number 1. Super Bowl 35. Led by Ray Lewis and what many would consider to be the greatest defense of all time, the Ravens captured their first championship, defeating the New York Giants 34-7 in Super Bowl 35. The 27-point margin is tied for the 7th largest in Super Bowl history. Becoming just the 3rd wildcard team to win the Super Bowl, the Ravens held the Giants' offense to 152 total yards, the 3rd lowest total ever in a Super Bowl. In fact, all 16 of New York's offensive possessions ended in punts or interceptions. The historic Ravens defense recorded 4 sacks and 5 turnovers, as Ray Lewis became only the 2nd linebacker to be named Super Bowl MVP. Let us know in the comments down below which Baltimore Ravens moment was your favorite. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video if you guys enjoy. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more sports content. As always, we'll see you guys next time.